Dubai South. It's definitely having a moment, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Feels like it's popped up on everyone's radar lately.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're going to unpack for you today. Maybe you're just curious about the buzz, or perhaps, you're actively considering what's happening there.
Right.
Either way, you're in the right place.
Absolutely. This deep dive is all about understanding why. Why Dubai South is generating so much attention right now. We've been looking at the recent developments, the analysis, and it's clear there's something, well, significant happening.
Yeah.
Actually, we've even been discussing it ourselves, haven't we? Whether it's time for us to maybe adjust our own investment focus towards this whole evolving landscape.
Exactly. We spent so much time looking at waterfront properties, lovely stuff, but the energy really seems to be shifting
It does.
towards like the townhouses and villas in Dubai South.
Yeah.
I mean, the sheer volume of inquiries we're getting,
Yeah.
people asking about projects in that 1 to 1.5 million dirham range.
Specifically there.
Specifically in that area, yeah. It's hard to ignore. And what's compelling is the sense that there's a real opportunity to get in now, while prices still seem to offer pretty good value.
Well, what's fascinating here is the potential trajectory. You look at the plans, golf courses, schools, hospitals. It's starting to spark these comparisons.
Dubai Hills.
Exactly. To the phenomenal growth, the success we saw with Dubai Hills.
Right.
And then you factor in its location, especially its kind of increasing proximity to the new Palm Jebel Ali.
Ah, okay.
That just adds another layer of intrigue, doesn't it?
Which naturally leads us to a broader point we've noticed.
The bigger picture.
The way Dubai itself seems to be developing. It's not just isolated pockets. We're seeing a definite southward trend in growth.
That's a key observation.
Yeah.
And if we connect this, a major driving force, maybe the major driver behind the southward shift, is the airport.
Al Maktoum International.
Right. The substantial upgrade and expansion there. The expectation is huge, it becoming Emirates' primary hub.
When are they saying? 2030?
Around 2030, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of infrastructure development, it inevitably changes the dynamics of the whole area.
Sure. More traffic, more business.
Exactly. Increased traffic, businesses, opportunities. And, what's particularly insightful here is that this isn't just about more flights landing.
Yeah.
It's about a potential shift in the city's center of gravity, almost. Businesses that rely on international travel, logistics, they'll likely gravitate towards this area.
Creating its own sort of ecosystem.
A self-sustaining economic ecosystem. That's the idea.
And it's not just the airport acting alone, is it?
No, not at all. The growing connectivity with Abu Dhabi is huge.
Right.
Making that entire southern corridor increasingly important. For commerce, for residents, for everything.
And you can't overlook the new Palm Jebel Ali.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
They're projecting it to be double the size of the original Palm.
Wow. Double.
Yeah. Think back to the impact the marina had, or the first Palm.
Huge impact. Shaped modern Dubai.
Exactly. So there's a strong expectation that this new mega project will have a similar catalytic effect, drawing investment, drawing development further south.
This transformation, it makes you think about the land itself.
It's a massive shift, isn't it?
From what was largely, desert.
Desert, yeah. Designated investment parks, some industrial zones.
To what's now becoming a really desirable, talked about area.
It's a remarkable evolution. And a central part of that story has to be Expo City.
Right. What started as the temporary site for Expo 2020
Delayed by COVID, of course.
is now transitioning, becoming a permanent, significant residential community.
It's a really interesting pivot.
Yeah.
Really clever use of the site.
Precisely. And just to give you a clearer picture, geographically.
Where it all fits.
Yeah. Dubai South is generally kind of the area surrounding Al Maktoum International Airport.
Okay.
Think of Dubai's current hub, maybe closer to the coast, downtown, the existing airport.
Easy Street, yeah.
Dubai South represents this big expansion southward, centered around the new airport, Al Maktoum, which is, quite a way inland from the current city center.
And Expo City fits in where?
Expo City occupies a section right at the beginning of Dubai South, if you're coming from the older parts of Dubai. Glycerin.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we actually took a drive out that way not long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly quick. From Dubai Marina, it was maybe 15, 20 minutes in a taxi.
Not bad at all.
Plus, the fact that the metro already goes out there, that's a huge advantage.
Plus, yeah, metro connectivity is key.
And then you have Emar South. That's on the other side of the airport.
Right. further out still.
Which initially, yeah, might have felt quite far removed, but with Dubai's rapid expansion and the road networks already in place.
It doesn't feel that distant anymore.
It really doesn't. Things connect up fast here.
And what's particularly noteworthy about Dubai South, especially around the expo site, is the infrastructure.
Pre-existing stuff.
Exactly. Unlike so many new developments where the roads, the services, they kind of lag behind the houses.
Yeah, you move in and wait ages for the roads to be finished.
Right. But here, this area already had substantial infrastructure planned. For a huge population, remember.
For Expo 2020, they expected millions.
Around 20 million people were anticipated for the event. That foresight, planning on that scale, it's a major differentiator now.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Oh, what?
All that foundational work was done for Expo.
Right.
The massive road networks, the dedicated metro lines reaching right out there.
Even hotels, restaurants?
Exactly. They were established to cater to the event. Now we're seeing residential communities being built around this already functional base.
Like Expo Living, Emar South.
Expo Living, Emar South, yeah. And nearby areas like Oasis are popping up too.
So for early investors or people moving there.
It's a huge benefit. You're essentially stepping into a district that already has many crucial amenities ready to go.
It's a completely different dynamic compared to, waiting years for infrastructure to catch up with housing.
Absolutely. And the future projections? They're talking about significant population growth.
What are the numbers looking like?
Estimates of nearly 1 million people moving in eventually.
Wow.
Supported by planned schools, hospitals, the works.
So that pre-planned infrastructure really sets Dubai South apart. It's not your typical greenfield development where things often lag.
No.
It suggests a potentially much smoother, faster growth into a fully functioning community.
And beyond just where people might live, the jobs aspect, the business opportunities emerging there, that's a huge part of the story too.
Definitely. The prediction is, around 500,000 jobs?
Something like that, yeah. 500,000 jobs created by companies setting up shop there.
And what's fascinating is the caliber of businesses showing interest. We're hearing about Fortune 500 companies already committing, apparently, to move regional HQs, maybe even global HQs, to Dubai South.
That's significant.
It really is. That influx of major corporations, it naturally generates massive demand for housing, commercial spaces, all the supporting services.
And it's not just about the long-term corporate relocations either. Even the conference scene seems to be shifting.
How so?
Well, we're seeing a trend, maybe just starting, but noticeable. Major events, conferences that were traditionally held closer to downtown Dubai, they're increasingly choosing venues within Expo City now.
Ah, interesting. Using those facilities.
Exactly, which, opens up interesting possibilities for investors.
Like short-term rentals?
Yeah, maybe thinking about Airbnb, catering to business travelers or expats on shorter work assignments who need a place near those conference venues or new HQs.
Makes sense. So looking at the developers, who are the big players shaping this southern region?
Well, Emar is definitely a dominant force. You can't miss them.
Their projects are quite varied too, aren't they?
Yeah. They range from the really high-end, exclusive Oasis community, suggests a very premium lifestyle offering, to the more broadly accessible Emar South. And then there's the Grand Polo development.
The Polo one. Heard less about that.
Yeah, less announced. Seems quite intriguing, though. Adds a bit of anticipation.
And for apartments, is it all villas?
Not entirely. There's Terra Heights right within Expo City itself.
Okay.
That's a collaboration, I think, between Emar and BWTC, the World Trade Group.
Oh, okay.
And we're also seeing other big names moving in, Azizi, for example.
That project called Venice or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Azizi Venice, I think. And just generally a growing number of other developers. They're clearly seeing the potential down south.
It's worth maybe just briefly touching on that discussion about the exact boundaries.
Oh, whether Expo City is technically inside Dubai South.
Yeah, that whole definition thing.
Yeah.
But look, for our conversation today, and for you listening, the key takeaway is just the undeniable momentum across this whole broader southern region of Dubai. The opportunity is there.
Right. So while general investment buzz in the south seems heavily focused on villas, townhouses.
That seems to be the main play.
Expo City, because it's different, purpose-built, existing infrastructure. That definitely stands out.
As an area where apartments could be particularly interesting.
Exactly. A particularly interesting proposition there, yeah.
And look, as our own understanding of this area keeps evolving,
which it is, rapidly,
we definitely plan to dig deeper, into the specific communities within Dubai South, maybe even look at Dubai Investment Park next door.
Lots more to explore there.
Clearly a lot more to uncover, yeah.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. Why Dubai South? Why is it the topic on everyone's lips right now?
Well, the core reasons seem pretty clear, boiling it down.
Go for it.
Massive expansion of Al Maktoum Airport, the impact of it becoming the main Emirates hub.
Huge, number one.
Increasing connectivity, the importance of that Dubai-Abu Dhabi corridor,
Yep.
the sheer ambition and scale of the new Palm Jebel Ali.
Can't ignore that.
The unique advantage, the head start from having all that Expo 2020 infrastructure already in place.
Massive bonus.
And finally, the significant projected growth in businesses, jobs, drawing companies, and therefore residents to the area.
Right, that pulls it all together.
Which naturally leads to maybe a crucial question for you to ponder.
Go.
Considering this pace, this
Yeah.
rapid transformation, the sheer scale of it all, what might Dubai South realistically look like, say, in 5 years, 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe more interestingly, what unforeseen opportunities might pop up that we haven't even begun to consider today?
Exactly. A lot to think about. And hey, if this deep dive into Dubai South has sparked your curiosity, maybe about property investment in Dubai, especially in the southern region,
Yeah.
please feel free to reach out. We're always happy to connect, share what we're learning. Our contact details should be available. And definitely keep an eye out for our upcoming discussions. We plan to explore other interesting investment areas.
And also tackle topics like, how to get started with Dubai property investment, even if you're maybe working with a smaller budget.
Exactly. Lots more to come here on the deep dive.